for too long. Now it's too late to come back home. I had a good cry when you said goodbye. I didn't want to let you go, but you've been too gone for too long. So why don't you just stay gone? Now you've been too gone for too long. Now it's too late to come back home.
AM 1380 WISH Clinton, WISH FM 101.1 W266 AM Clinton, WQLA AM 960 La Follette.
Oh, here we go, folks. Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Let's Go Fishing Show. And as you can see, I've got my grandson Wes here with me tonight. Glad to have you, Wes.
Glad to be here.
All right, good. You need to be a little more enthusiastic. You know, I mean, it's like having a fish on the line. You know, get the net, get the net.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you never get it for me.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, anyway, you let all mine jump off, and then I'll try to get yours, you know, so you can keep, beat me.
Yeah, keep on dreaming.
Okay. All right, you know how it is. I mean, I'm keeping score,
I am too.
I mean, I can count to 10 anyway.
Yeah.
So, when I get 10 ahead of you, then I might start dipping yours.
Yeah.
But remember that on the next trip. Okay, folks, glad to have Wes here with us tonight. Wes is busy, I'm busy, everybody's busy, but we do make a trip to the lake, trying to make it a Friday night thing, but Saturday we got obligations, Wes. Yeah, so we don't know if we'll get to go. Plus, it's supposed to rain tomorrow night too, so we'll see. But man, that moon sure looks good tonight. If you'd work for me tomorrow, we'd just take off and fish all night.
Yeah.
And I'd let you go into work. All righty, but that can't happen. Here we go. Hey, want to say hello to your papa. Want to say hello to my dad, to Polly, Bill, and Gay. Gay's in this week, and tomorrow's Gay's birthday, and Saturday is Bill's birthday. And so we want to wish them a very special happy birthday, Wes, for sure. And can't tell them how much we appreciate them and all that kind of stuff. We got some film tonight. We're going to show that right here in a little bit. It's a trip. I think Wes and I were on one trip, and Max and I were on another trip, and then Bill and I were on a trip, and then maybe me and you again, Wes. The last trip we made, you kind of laid out on me, laid back there and went to sleep on me.
Things got slow real quick.
Yeah. Well, if he ain't getting a bite every other cast, he has to rest. So, that's kind of the thing. But anyway, we got some film to show. Well, let me make I got a couple of quick announcements I need to make here, and first one is the Coach Ronnie Brown celebration we're going to have, honoring him. And we got some final. What I really need is if you played basketball, girls, ladies, this. He started out coaching basketball at the high school, and if you played basketball for him and played football for him in between '67 and 1980, we'd love to see you at the high school August the 25th. I think the kickoff's at 7. We'd like to be in there about 6 o'clock. We want to meet in the end zone closest to the school and kind of get things lined up for the halftime celebration and in his honor. And we'd like to, pass the word around, folks. I'm not highly involved in this social media thing. Wesley has to help me with the texts and what have you, but you people that are, please get the word out on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. What other things are they, Wes? Instagram. I mean, got me. If I can't, punch the buttons and talk to you on the phone, I'm kind of lost. But anyway, Wes can help me, but you folks that know how to do that, please get the word out to the ball players that played at Oliver Springs in that time frame about the get together we're planning. So anyway, with that said, we're going to move right along and go to the film, and then we'll come back and talk about a few other things. What do you think, Dylan? You ready? All right, we're going to show some film. All right, folks, it's Thursday night after the show, about 10 o'clock. Wes and I are here at the boat ramp, and we're fixing to start fishing. So stay tuned, and we'll get back with you shortly. Hopefully we'll have some fish on the line. Remember our sponsors, folks. Can't do the show without them. And tickled to death have every one of them. So we'll get back with you shortly, we hope.
Alright, there's Papa with the first fish up here on North. Trying to see if they'll bite. So him and Max will try to find some fish tomorrow night.
Yeah. Open your mouth, buddy. Alright, Wes.
Jokey, I just missed one and he hit the hook right after I missed mine.
Yeah. Was that my second or third cast? I don't remember. I think it's second cast, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Not long into it though.
No. Folks, we right here in front of the launch ramp. Pretty nice little fish right there, Wes.
Yep, not bad.
Yeah, he's almost 18 inches.
Yep.
Alright.
There he goes. See you later. Alright, there's Papa with a fish. That's 2 for 4, ain't it?
2 for 4. Had 4 bites and caught 2 fish. Wes, got him in, huh? Got him in here. Mm-hmm. Got him in, buddy.
Alright, a low 15 incher.
Yeah, back in the water.
There he goes.
Cool. Alright, there's Wes with that fish now. What about it, Wes?
Decent one.
Decent one?
He was bulldogging.
Yeah. Let me get the net. Let me get the net. Oh, yeah. Hope. Down there. Whoa, come back here, buddy. Got him in, Wes. All right.
Alright, and he
Nothing
sucked
wrong
that
with
jig up.
Yeah, he did. He sure did.
He
You
got
was
it head
afraid.
first.
Yeah, you was afraid that red and black wasn't going to pay off, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. There you go, buddy. 3 in the boat, and I've missed 2, and you've missed 1.
Yep.
All righty, let's get him back in, bud.
Alright.
Good deal. All right, folks, there's Wes with number 5 in the boat. We got lightning on both sides of us. We don't know how much longer we're going to get the fish, but we're going to stay with it.
That fish wasn't coming off anytime soon.
You double hooked him, didn't you?
Yeah, right through the top part of his nose and back through it.
Good. That's the way they're supposed to get it. Sure is. All right. Pretty good fish, Wes.
Mm-hmm.
Okie doke. You got your light. Yeah, hold him down there at the side, just like that. Let me put the light on him. There you go. All right, back to water, brother.
Alright, there's number 6 or 7, ain't it? I was rigging up my bait. Oh, yeah. Oh. Got it.
Head first. Attaboy. Good job. your mouth, buddy.
There we go.
All right.
It's a nice little chunky fish.
Let's see. I believe that's number 7.
I've caught 2, and that makes your 5th, right? So that's 7.
Yeah.
All right. There he is.
Nice little fish.
All right. That Papo has got one. It's a little one, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just looking on up
Yeah,
there.
well, he sure swallowed that spinner bait, Wes.
Yeah.
I mean, he inhaled a piece of little.
All right. There he goes. All right. There's Papo with a nice one. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got him in.
Got him. Yeah.
Good deal. All right, folks. Let me tell you what's going on here. These fish has moved out. That moon's pretty bright, and they moved out a little deeper.
Yep.
Yes, sir. That's a good fish right there, Wes.
You ain't kidding. He's chunky.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he sure is. And he's got that jig good, too. Let's see if I can get him loose here. Hold on now, buddy. Ah, be still. Yeah, he don't like me mashing on him. Got it.
No, not at all.
Turn it loose. He just about unhooked himself. He'll just turn it loose, just like that. Yeah, boy. All right, Wes.
There he is.
That's a good fish right there,
You
buddy.
ain't kidding. All right, there he goes. All right. There's the next fish, and hopefully in the boat. It's just a little one there.
Whoa,
Oh.
son of a gun.
Well, I jinxed us on that one, you know.
Well, you sure did.
All right, very next cast. Papo got him one.
I think that might be a little better fish. I believe it is.
Looks like it is.
I can catch up with him. There you go. Get him. Nope. Now. Attaboy. Good job, buddy. Good job. Yes, sir. Very next cast. I told you where there's one, there's 2. Sometimes 3 or 4, but definitely 2. That I couldn't have hit more than 3 or 4 foot from where I caught that other.
All
Pretty
right.
fish there, ain't
Yeah, it's a pretty fish.
he? Yeah, it sure is. He colored up good.
All right, there he goes. All right. Papo got him one on spinner bait.
Got him on it. There he comes. Oh, yeah.
Woke up, didn't he?
Good boy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, man. That son of a gun.
All right, there he goes. All right, there's Papo with a nice fish. That one's a little bit better.
Yep. I've had 2 more on bigger than that I couldn't do nothing with. And both of them pulled off. Whoa, dadgummit. Don't deal with it. All right, you nabbed him the second time. Right. Oh, there you go. Okay, got him on film. Good deal. Put him in.
Hey, come here. There he goes. See you later.
Hey folks, I'm here at what we call Little Emery at the launch ramp, and I'll tell you what, somebody's done great right here putting this dock in. They've been asking for this down here for quite a while, and it looks good. This is a shallow little old ramp, and you have to beat your boat or get in on the grass there, and they've mowed this place and gravelled it, got the road looking good. I tell you what, somebody needs a little pat on the back, and looks really good. Looks really good. Got a bad storm coming out here in the lightning. I'll find out who's responsible for the boat ramp and for the dock, and we'll try to have that something about it next week on the show. Thank y'all. Yeah. All right, folks. Well, I'm here with Max Meredith, and Max has got a fish on, and I had one to just jump off, and we're gonna see what happens here. We get this thing up. Heck, he's been had a tussle with it. Oh, look yonder, Max.
Look at that.
Look at that. All
I thought
right.
it was a largemouth.
Yeah. Shucks, that boy, that's nice. That's good, Max.
Pretty fish.
Pretty fish, yeah, buddy. Sure is. Yeah, you got him now. Get him out of there. All right. Yes, sir, folks. Remember the sponsors of Let's Go Fishing, and there's old Max with her first fish. And I laid my rod down to get the net for him, went to pick it back up, and had one on it.
Look at that. Something creased him.
Sure has. All right, that's fish number one. He's gone. We'll get another. All right, folks, I've got another fish on. Max missed one just a second ago. I think we've got 3 in the boat and missed 4 or 5 that's jumped off or pulled off. So they're still getting away from us. I don't know what we're going to do with them, but we want to do something, Max. We can't keep missing.
Not my fault, sir.
I heard that. All right, folks, Max just had one over the boat, and he got off, and I threw it over there and got this little fish right here, but we're going to keep at them here.
Way out the end of it.
Yeah, all right, folks, Max got another fish on right here. We're going to try to get this into the boat. Yep, boy. All right. Go, got him. Okay, Max, we're getting a little better. Our batting average is not very good as of yet.
Well, they have to try, and this gentleman was trying.
Yeah, I heard that. All right. Need some pliers?
I may need to get one of them hook gorgers.
Let's see.
I can't even see the point of the hook.
All right, let me get it here. All right, folks, there's a pretty good fish I got there. Max netted it there. Hard to film and net them too, Max. Good fish, good looking fish. All right, we're gonna put him back. There he went. That fish was 18. He's 18 inches or a little better. Okay, we get back at it. All right, folks, there's old Max with a good fish right there now, Max. That's a pretty.
That's real nice smallmouth.
Nice smallmouth, buddy. Sure is. That's a dandy. All right, back in. He's gone. All righty. 18 inches, I guarantee. All right.
Pretty healthy.
Yeah, folks, there's Max with a nice fish right there now. Yeah, boy, another nice fish. All right, Max, get you another one, baby.
All right, there he goes.
All right. All right, folks, our old Max has got another good, nice smallmouth there. I'm telling you, he's coming on with it. He says a lot better right now up here than it is at Dale Holler, so we'll keep him catching fish, I hope. All right, Max, back in the water. Gone.
4.
All right, Max got another fish, folks. I don't know how many we've caught. I know we've missed a lot.
Well, that one's gonna be caught again another day.
All right. We're going to call it a night, and hopefully we can get back here tonight, and weather permitting, and get some more. Max, what do you think?
I'm all for it.
All right, bud.
All right.
Pretty little old fish.
First fish of the night Max got here on the drop shot of all things.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
All right.
You know what I caught him on? The sinker.
What? You've got to be kidding. What'd you do, put a hook on that thing?
No, I caught him on the hook. He knocked that. Wait a minute, fish, come here. He knocked that bait up the line. Well, I'm gonna get him in a minute.
All right. You know what these guys were doing years ago, and they probably still are, but it's taking the thing.
All right. Kind of got him out of the net there.
And I have to get that sinker out of the net.
Yeah, you're going to mess with that. All right, folks. There he is.
There's a daytime smallmouth.
You ain't kidding. It's a nice one.
There he goes.
There he goes.
All right, folks, we here on Norris and got Wesley and Max with me, and Max done got one fish in the boat, and we're up here on Dollar Island and in this beautiful landscape, all these beautiful homes and stuff. So boat traffic's kind of calming down a little bit. We're going to get on a point over here, and hopefully we can get on some fish and have several tonight. So remember our sponsors, and let's go fishing. All right, folks, our Wes is with a pretty good fish now. We've got 7 in the boat and missed 7. That's come unbuttoned on us. So we'll get him back in the water and try to get another. Okay.
All right. There's Papa with one. There you go. Got some light now.
You got one, Max?
No, I'm hung up.
Quit. Knock you in the head. You
There you go.
Go drum.
All right, Brad Lockett. Come on now. That's a big old
There's a
drum.
bunch of fish right there under the boat.
There you go. It looks like you can see it there now.
Yeah. All right, dip him up there and let me get my bait out of his mouth, Wes. Now get him head first before he breaks my bait off. There you go. Yeah. Ease him up here just a little bit. All right. Oh, what you got right there? Come on. There we go. All right. You can do whatever you want to with it.
All
You're
right.
running.
There he goes. Get on down there. There he goes.
All right, Bill, that's our first fish, ain't it?
That's right, son. Sure is, old buddy.
Missed 3 or 4, and you
Yeah,
caught a
we-
couple of little ones.
Yeah, we can't get them on, keep them on the hook.
No, we sure can't. That gum bites are hard to come by for
I
some
know
reason.
they are, yes, sir.
All right, Bill, back to water, and we
okay,
get another,
old buddy.
son.
Okay, son.
Yeah, pretty good little fish.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks. We up here on Norris, Bill and I. Remember our sponsors, folks. Let's go fishing. Get one, Bill.
I threw that thing down there.
Yeah,
Worked it right out there.
yeah. He was 30 feet, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. All right, man. Boy, buddy, that's we've had some good eating with that, Bill.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Good.
Yes, sir. All right, we ready?
Okay, there's old Steve's fish there. That's a nice one too, Steve.
Yeah, it is,
Yes,
Bill.
sir, buddy.
That's a good fish. That fish 18 inches long, every bit of it,
Yes,
ain't it?
sir. He sure is.
All right.
Got him on a black and black.
Black and black. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Get him back in the water. Try to get another. Yeah, boy,
That ought to
good
be
fish.
2 or 3 here.
Whoa, you rascal wet my camera.
Son.
Yeah, he has. Bill's got one there now,
Old
another
Billy boy
good
got
fish.
one here. He must be about 18 inches too.
Yeah, buddy, that's a nice fish too, Bill.
Yes, sir.
Sure is.
He's got a lot of his weight back there. That's
He
a
has.
pretty heavy fish there, son.
Yeah, buddy. Sure is.
He's got a good belly on him.
Yeah, buddy. Folks, we've missed 3 fish on
Yes,
this
sir.
point and caught 2
That's right.
and still after him. Bill, let's get after him. All right.
Got another good fish.
Yeah, buddy.
17 and a half,
Yeah, boy.
maybe 18. But
Ah.
he's a dandy.
Yeah,
Come on
boy.
that black and black.
Yeah, black and black, Bill. That's exactly right. Back in the water.
Back in the border there, buddy.
Hey, go.
Caught.
All right, folks. Old Bill's got a good fish on right here now. Yeah, buddy. Sure is. He's coming up. He's coming up, Bill. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Golly, above my record. Oh, that's jumping. He overjumped me. He overjumped me. Got him in. Got him in. Oh, man, that's a nice one. Son, that is a nice one, Bill. Let me get my real rod. You take the net there. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah, buddy, that's a nice one, Bill.
Yes, sir. That is a good one there, son.
Buddy. That's yeah, boy. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, he's a biter too. Right in my hand. Boy, that's a nice fish right there now. That's a good one, Bill.
Yeah, that is a
Shoot,
good
I
one.
reckon that.
You don't miss them when they're as good as that fish is.
No, shoot, no. That fish there was 19, 20 inches long. He's a dandy. All right, let's get after another.
All right, there's Papa with the first fish. He's fighting like a dog, ain't he?
Yeah, whoa. Yeah, he's pulling and twisting and tugging and carrying on west.
Oh, missed him.
Yeah, got him.
Yeah, got him. That's all. All right.
Okie dokie. Whoa. Well, they're getting feisty, I'll tell you.
You ain't kidding.
They're getting feisty. Come unhook now, bud. Boy, he's got that hook twisted around. All right.
All right.
Number one.
A little
Back to
fish.
water.
There you go. All right. There's Papa with the fish. Oh yeah, there he is.
Boy, yes, he hit that thing good. I mean, he hit good. He ain't very big, but he sure hit it good. Folks, remember our sponsors, Saturday night, Wes and I are up here. That's what, second fish in the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Just 3 or 4.
All right. There he goes. See you later. All right. There's Papa with the first fish in a while. Getting out real slow there for a little while. All right. That's a nice 18 incher, 19. All right. There he is.
I had another one on just a second ago and missed him. He jumped off.
Right, there he goes.
Jumped off on me. All right, folks, we're back, and Wes, I don't know what to say. Let's talk about the trip you and I made on Thursday night after the show there on the 13th, and we didn't do. That wasn't the night we voted the 33.
No, ever since we've done that, we ain't done no good since.
No, well, you bragged on yourself too much. That's what it is, and you can't do that. Them fish know that. They won't bite. But anyway, you know, they're always saying, hey, we'll show them. You know, you think you got them figured out, and they'll say, we'll show them. You know, and they do. They change. So, but anyway, we've had the bites, but we hadn't held on to our fish. Now, why that is, I haven't figured it out yet, but we're going to keep working at it. But anyway, that night we didn't do too bad. We left here on Thursday after the show. Mike and Bill wouldn't let us go, so if you'll remember, we was going to let them finish up for us right quick, and then they held us here to the last minute.
Yeah.
So anyway, but we didn't have too bad a trip. We caught some fish and that kind of thing. And then Max and I went. You and I went on a Friday night, and then Max and I went, or
No,
Thursday
we went on
night.
Thursday,
Yeah, Max and I went on Friday night, and then you and Max went on Saturday night. Then Max caught a couple of fish both nights, right before dark on that drop shot rig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, had his little minnow there on his hook there, and caught a fish each trip on that drop shot.
Drop shots normally gets them on our baits.
Yeah, it is. It works good. But most of our baits, our fish came on jigs and sprinter bait. Most of them on a jig.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you had the black and red jig on that on Saturday night. We started out with the black and red jig, or you did, and you was running the trolling motor off and on with me, and heck, you had I don't know how many bites there on that first bank we stopped on, and you didn't get. I don't think you caught one of them.
So I caught a couple, but I was winding it up, and that black and red was the last one we had. And I was winding it up, and something just nailed it and it broke it right off.
Right. Yeah. I hear you. Okay, let's see who this is. Hello. Hey.
What's going on, Steve?
Hey, buddy. Now I can hear you, Tony. We just talking about these smallmouths, and I know you got a big picture. I'm fixing to show it up here while you're on the phone. Dylan, go ahead and put that picture up. Yeah, and Tony, you're watching it, or we'll be watching it right here shortly. There it is. Nope. Is that the 23 you had last Saturday?
That's 22 we had last Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, okay, 22. And then the week before that, you had the 30 between the two of them.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you're going to keep on. Mike's going to get his minnow bucket out again.
Yeah, I talked to him about work yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah. Where's he at tonight?
He's down at Rockwood, putting up a sign for that daughter of his. Yeah, he took the bobcat and the auger down there, drilled the hole to pour the concrete in and that kind of thing. So he called me, told me he wasn't gonna get here. What did he tell you when you was talking to him at work?
I told him, I said, you going to get that minnow bucket out for a while? He said, it'll be a little while. Well, that's good. That way I keep catching some.
Oh, Lordy. Well, that sounds good. I figured he'd be.
He was telling me he just had problems with his trolling motor, something messed up on him about that fishing.
Yeah, he did. He sure did.
The seal or something out in it, he said.
Yeah, he's got it in the shop. Yeah, he took it over Tuesday evening and took it to Rick Swafford over there, and I'm hoping he'll get it back tomorrow. I hope he gets it tomorrow, or even as Saturday, so he'll have it for fishing Saturday night anyway. Hate to miss this moon coming up, man. I'm telling you.
We caught them between Rockwood and Whites Creek in right there on Lake Channel.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That's good.
Well, we fished 9.5 hours. Took 9.5 hours to catch, and we fished from 6 to 3:30.
Is that right? Did you catch a lot of small non-keepers?
We had 5 more. We caught 27 altogether.
Oh, heck.
Yeah.
Well, you'd think, man, catching that many keepers, he'd catch a lot of non-keepers too, Tony.
We caught a bunch of bluegill and catfish now.
Yeah. I hear you. I'm hoping that them crappies are spawning and doing good. But we caught, back in the winter, Mike and I caught some little small crappie, 4 or 5 inches long,
Yeah, I saw them that way a couple weeks ago, but we didn't this past because supposed to be keepers once they dove back, but they weren't.
Right. Well, that sounds good, man. That's you've had 2-3 pretty good weeks here now.
There's somebody else there fishing, but I didn't see them catching any, which I didn't too long for those.
Yeah. All right. Well, that sounds good.
Well,
you going back?
I'm gonna go. I don't know if I go Saturday or Sunday this week. On what day I get to this week.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you catch another mess, send me a picture.
I'll do it. I'll talk to you later, Steve.
All right, buddy. It's good to talk to you, and glad you're keeping us up to date on these crappie.
Enjoy your show.
Buddy, enjoy you calling in. See you, Tony.
See you.
All right, buddy. All right. That's good to hear from Tony on that report. But Wes, we've seen several things happen up there on those fish. You'll start out, you'll catch a fish in there shallow at the end of your cast, and then the next one will be out there in another boat. So they're still kind of scattered, like they have been for the last, ever since we started night fishing this year. They just been shallow and been deep, and then that Friday night when Max and I were up there, heck, they got real deep. I caught 2 or 3 dandy fish right there, and the deepest I'd caught some yet was in 30 feet of water. So right at the boat. So that's that just goes to show me they're scattered. But folks, we've been fishing jigs and a little hair fly, start out with that. And once it gets a little darker, go to a little bigger bait, a jig. And Wes, you've been throwing what? Red.
A lot of red.
Huh?
I said a lot of red. Basically, the only thing
Yeah,
that's red.
he's been throwing red and black mix, and then solid red with a black trailer and this, that, and the other. And we throwed the green and black with a watermelon trailer and a black trailer. The darker the night, we stayed with the more darker baits. As the moon got brighter, or the light factor was better, while we'd kind of, go from a black trailer to a watermelon trailer, and that kind of thing. And, just kind of swap around and try to keep something that they'll bite, and don't be afraid to change baits, because there's a lot of fish in there right now, and if you get, I don't care if it's a 10-incher, throw right back in the same place. You might get a 4-pounder, because they're just kind of grouped up. I mean, there'll be a couple of fish and 3 or 4, 5 fish on the same spot that you want, real close together. So you miss one, throw right back and get another bite. And that's but then you go down to there and fish 100 yards of bank and not get a bite on. So they're kind of scattered out. And I'll tell you another thing too that's happening up there. There's the mayfly hatch is occurring. The other weekend, the water temperature, weekend before last, the water temperature was 88 degrees, and it was 84 degrees last weekend, 84, 85. And so it, with all the cloud cover and rain we had last week, it kind of cooled the water temp off a little bit. But up there the other night, this past weekend, the last place Wesley and I fished, a lot of fish activity on that point. It was kind of a flat with a point way off to the side of it, and fish breaking everywhere. Well, and we hadn't seen the first mayfly, willowfly, whatever. We've always called them willowflies, but they wasn't on the boat till we hit that last spot, and we were only there probably 15 minutes, and the boat was covered. I mean, they was
Caked on there.
Yeah.
There's a pig, can't even see the
yeah.
of the boat.
So and that's and we caught a couple of fish there on that place, and I wished I'd stayed on it longer, but we had to come in, and but that was another thing's happening. And I don't know, like I said, they wasn't doing that anywhere else we fished there Saturday night, but they were there on that point. So something else going on. But anyway, folks, we've had a good 2 or 3 weeks. We really enjoyed that. And Dylan, let's take a little break, and if you'll put us up that flyer, we'll show a commercial here. Yeah, it'll be fine. All right, folks, right there it is. Sandalos Blair is going to be at Kellytown Baptist Church on August the 13th at 11 o'clock. And that's 939 West Tri-County Boulevard, right out of Oliver Springs on your left going towards Harriman. This guy's got a heck of a testimony, and I told my pastor I'd be more than glad to promote this a little bit and try to get us a good crowd down there. This guy's got like I said, a heck of a testimony. Sure would like to see a bunch of people there. That's at 11 o'clock a.m. Sunday morning service, and just come on there, and we'd be glad to have you. And I'm looking forward to hearing this gentleman speak and see what he can enlighten us with about his livelihood, where he's been, and this kind of thing. So we're looking forward to that. All righty. I'll tell you what, let's take a little break, and we'll come back, and Wes, and talk about some fishing. I got a couple of good fishing reports. Okay. Hey folks, I'm back here at Tim's Tires, and you saw the intro on the door, and they are also open on Saturdays from 8 to 12:30. And you know, I'm just looking at these tires. They've got lawnmower tires, they've got the small tractor tires, even the big tractor tires, and all these tires right here are for trucks and automobiles, vans, that kind of thing. And they've just got a warehouse full of tires, bringing them in all the time and shipping them out all the time. So if you're needing that set of tires, please come by here at Tim's Tires, Highway 27, going into Harriman. On the left, to be on the right if you're coming from Harriman. And like I said, this place is just stacked full of tires, brands, all kinds, sizes, all kinds. And if they just happen not to have the size or kind you're wanting and the size, just give them a call down here and they'll have it for you, usually by the next day and sometimes by dinner time that day. So remember Tim's Tires, and let them know you appreciate them being a sponsor of the Let's Go Fishing Show.
Drownings are a leading cause of death for young children. Simple safety steps are the best way to prevent these tragedies. Make sure kids learn how to swim. Always watch them in and around water. Properly fence all pools and stay away from drains. Consider the steps you take, then add a few more. Because you never know which pool safety step will save a life until it does. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.
Fresh Foods. You may not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store, Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a countless variety of flavors. And we also carry a variety of candy and unique gifts for you to enjoy. Come enjoy the taste you have loved for years at Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts in Oliver Springs, a division of Country Fresh Foods.
We're back. Okay, Wes, some fishing reports right quick. There's some people catching fish at Milton Hill late in the afternoon on top water. The bass this one guy said he could have caught 50 if he'd wanted to. So, and a couple of these people that I've got reports from or about, a couple of them was standing on the banks. Catching them, and then naturally out in the boat, but they're breaking on the banks in the late evening hours, and so keep it. And I notice of a morning when I'm going over to work there around Saltway Bridge, those points are just men of activity, fish jumping, makes me want to stop and need my reeling rod in the truck, Wes. I'd probably be late for work. But anyway, a lot of activity there early of a morning, and then other places in the late afternoon. So keep that in mind. Watch bar. Look, got a lot of fish in the breaks down there right now. Some good fish being caught on top water, on the flats, shallow. Big flats. Throwing a top water plug on that, and catching some fish out of the breaks on top water and on the crankbaits. So Mike mentioned that last week, so that's still holding up. According to the guy that was doing that last week, they're still doing that today. So the fish are feeding up. Minnows out in the middle, out on the flats, headed to the middle of the lake. You know how they do in the fall. So get out there and you see what we're doing on Norris, and I'm not saying you can't catch fish up there in the daytime, but I don't want to be on the lake when the moon's looking like it's looking like now, unless it's at night. So it's hard to catch them when that moon's full in the daytime, especially on Norris because of the clear water, or at least that's what I think it's cause of. But they just feed every night, and at some point they get their bellies full, Wesley, and have to rest. You know.
They've been resting for a long time. Time to get hungry again.
Yeah, it's time for them to get hungry again. It sure is. So anyway, that's kind of what I know on the fishing reports, and a couple of things here. Let's see before I announce these tournaments. Hey, listen, Reynolds Racing and Marine, it's got a special deal on their pricing on their side-by-sides going on right now. You know, you need to check those things out. They got some good deals on them going right now. Talked to Glenn yesterday, and they got all this stuff special priced right now, and you know, and actually he's got boats. He's got some nice used engines down there right now. I looked at a couple down there yesterday. They look good. I mean, they're not skin up or anything like that. They're nice. Look like new, really. So you want to check that out, and if you've got any boat repairs or anything, you know, we still got several days of summer left yet, and if you need any of that done, he said he'd be more than glad to take care of your problem. Get it into them and let them get you back on the lake and that kind of thing. So I also got the satellite store over there at 620 Ray Street there, and right beside the steakhouse, and over there in Kingston. And all you have to do is give them a call, and they'll meet you there in 10 or 15 minutes, and you can go in and look at the side-by-sides and the boats they've got in the building there. Just want to thank them for being a sponsor of the show, and if you're interested in, you know, these, it's almost hunting season, Wes.
Almost.
Yeah, I'll be glad when you hunters get off the lake and get in the woods. You know. Yeah, it'd be fine with me, Wes. Be fine. But we got the high school stuff coming up here pretty quick. So you're still waiting on the schedule, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you hurry up and find it out.
I texted Keys and he never responded.
Okay, you may have to text him again here. And let's see, school starts next week, doesn't it? All righty.
Well, Cofield's already started.
Cofield's already started.
They started the first, I believe.
Okay, started this week. All righty. So anyway, Wes going to be participating in that this year again. So and they've got some fall tournaments coming up here sometime pretty quick, and we'll have to get involved in that and see how that works out. So we're looking forward to that. Right quick, let me do these tournaments right here right quick, because I think that, yep, this coming Saturday will be the last of the 3 King of the Hill tournaments. Be August the 5th. Be this coming Saturday morning. They'll fish the third of the 3. And as far as I know right now, Jason Nichols and his buddy, I think, still leading the thing. I don't know by how much. I think maybe a couple of pounds or something like that. But my plan, hopefully, I either to get over there that Saturday morning, get a little film from those guys from the weigh-in or from the blast-off and before they take off, and then if not, try to get there Saturday afternoon, catch some of the weigh-in, and see how that turns out. I hope I can make that work. Got a big schedule for Saturday, but hopefully I'll be either can go over early and catch them before they blast off, or be there when they come in to weigh in and get some film from that group. That's a good deal there. That's the Blue Ridge Bassmasters, and that's part of their regular yearly schedule, is to have that King of the Hill thing. So we'll see who this is. Yellow.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Steve?
Yes, sir.
They've got a floating dock now at Shady Grove.
Oh, no kidding?
Oh, yeah.
Well, man, that's great. We're working on down the river, sounds like.
That sounds like it. I thought I'd let you know about it.
Hey, buddy, I appreciate it. I really do. Is this you, Ray?
Yeah, it is, Ray Bryant, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, how about the thing at Blue Springs to get the thing mowed up?
Nope. And I've called the guy 3 times and left him a detailed message every time, and he won't call me back.
Well, I was afraid of that.
Yeah.
I was afraid of that. I'm going to try one more time. I'm going to go a little higher up on the tree.
Well, I talked to his boss, and
Well,
he said, well, you need to talk to him because he's the one that takes care of it. And I said, well, I will.
okay, Ray. I've been aiming to call you and ask you about that, and because I told you when the first time we talked about it was who was in charge of that.
Right.
And I had hoped it got done since I hadn't heard from you in a couple of weeks, but undoubtedly not. And
I'll call him back again. I won't give up.
I guarantee you, let's don't do that. Let's let him know that we know that they have money allocated for that, and somebody's taking that money, but we're not getting anything for it.
Now, who put the floating dock at Shady Grove? Is that DWRA?
No, that's not Roane County.
Roane County. Okay.
Yes, sir. Hold on a second. Let me give you this gentleman's name. He's over the Parks and Recreations down there. They had some money appropriated, and he took care of getting that. There were 7 places on the map I've got right here that they were going to do that, Ray.
Right.
And so there's 2 down and 5 more to go.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good. But that's the guy that's in charge of that over the Parks and Recreations there at Kingston. Let me see. I wrote his name down here just in a second. Let me find it right here. Let's see. Rockwood. Shucks. I know he is the. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Willie gave me a business card for him, and I've got it in my truck.
Okay.
But anyway, call over there and ask them who's in charge, and that'll be the guy we need to thank.
Okay.
All right. Appreciate you, Ray.
All right. See you now.
See you, bud.
Bye.
All right. Okay. Huh?
They pay, looks like Union County pays
Oh.
their part of.
Oh,
the road.
yes. Yeah, I wanted to listen to this. Wesley, I was about to forget that. How much time we got? About 8 minutes? Good. Let's see. We missed a week. And Friday night, or let's see, we was up there Saturday night. Saturday night, when we went up to point 19, we turned the corner there at the stop sign going up the hill, and got over there next to the water tank, and my goodness gracious, there was new blacktop. And it sure did look good. The only thing missing is that 4 or 5 tenths of a mile from where you turn off of I guess that's Mill Creek Road, and go up the hill there over to point 19. That section hadn't been paved yet, unless they've done it this week. But that sure was nice traveling from the water tank all the way into the TVA property. And there's a few little chug holes there in the TVA road, but it's nothing like what it used to be. Exactly right. So we want to thank whoever that is. Supposedly that's Union County, from just this side of the water tank on your left into the TVA property. And if that is, then they've done their part, and that was what I was told last year, that Anderson County was waiting on them to do their part so they could do theirs, which makes sense. But now we're just waiting on Anderson County to do their part, and we'll have a nice road. So, yeah, I'm glad you reminded me of that, Wes. I really am. That's good news. I wanted to pass that along to our people. But like we said, they went in and they've had the bicycle trails up there put in I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 parking place there, and then they expanded that this fall or back in the spring, and now there's probably 30 places or 40 to park. Plus they got a bathroom facilities there. on site, and now we're getting the road paved, and but you take, and plus they had a race up there this past weekend, or Saturday, bicycle race, and on those trails, and I'm glad to get to see people use it. That's great, but that puts more traffic on the road, so we need to get the road fixed. But we appreciate whoever done that helped a whole lot. So we're 50% where we need to be. We get that other 50 done, we'll be tickled to death. Yeah. So I'm glad you reminded me of that. Let's see, a couple other things here. And I wished I hadn't left that card in my truck, so I could have gave Ray that information. But it's whoever's in charge of the Parks and Recreation at Kingston is the guy that he and the county commissioners, I guess, or whoever got this money appropriated, and okay, thank you, Dylan, to put these docks in various places on Watch Bar, and so two down and 5 more to go. That is wonderful. They really come in handy when you're by yourself launching your boat and that kind of thing, or you've got kids and the wife to get on the boat. Those docks really come in handy.
They had that one little emery keeps us from scratching the bottom of the boat on them rocks and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. And instead of avoiding it, now we can go down there and launch our boat without getting it on the rocks and skinning it up, because you just happened to pick me up off the bank. Basically, is what it amounted to. So anyway, we're glad to hear that, the information of what's going on there for sure. Alrighty, let's see. We got the fishing reports out of the way, all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention another thing here about the Coach Ronnie Brown tribute. It's going to take place in the. I wanted to mention that again. Any and all the football players, girls basketball players between 67 and 80. We'd love to see you on August the 25th. And we've got people working on getting all this information, getting this out to on the Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, Wesley. All right, let's see. I hope this is somebody that's got a good fishing report. Hello. Hey, can you hear me? Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was sort of wondering why they can't open up Paul Ridge Park there, to where you could drive down on the old road down to where the bridge crossed over.
Yes, sir. That's a good question. I don't know, but wasn't it open years ago?
Yes, it was.
That's okay.
There was a lot of people fishing down there, and matter of fact, you could even launch a boat right there.
Mm-hmm. Was that before the walking trails came in? Or the
yes.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to put this puzzle together, because I knew it used to be open down through there, and then whenever the walking trails came down alongside the river there, I guess it was closed to traffic, is what I'm saying.
Well, there was no traffic. It's just, local people go down there and fish.
Right.
And matter of fact, if they put in the boat down there, they didn't have to worry about it getting broken into.
Mm-hmm.
Their cars over at TVA.
Right.
And matter of fact, there was a guy that died on a bicycle there, that if somebody had been able to drive down through there, they may have found him before he was dead.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you heard the guy. We just got a minute left. But listen, won't you call back over here next week, and let's see what That's in the county, the city. In the city taking care of that.
Well, that's Anderson County. I mean, or
Okay.
actually, I guess it may be Parks and Recreation through there,
Right.
which I think is a lady that oversees it.
Right.
But I mean, that was. It's just. It's a shame they closed that down to people that weren't able to go out and fish, on regular areas. Sort of like when they closed down or took apart the pier down in Bull Run Creek.
Yep. Right. One person messed up a good thing.
Yeah, well, they closed down the pier or took it apart, and then they opened up